Hey everyone, Shabim here and welcome back to the random match here on WWE 2K19. Now this one, of course, is going to be a massive one here. It is going to be Becky Lynch, who should be with us very, very shortly, versus Ronda Rousey. There's a reason why I wanted this video, and we'll get into that shortly after the entrances. First of all though, the man herself, Becky Lynch. And here is her opponent. Actually, the first time I've actually had a chance to look at Ronda Rousey on this game. Not used her at all. I prepaid for the special edition and everything, and I don't think I actually used any of the actual prepaid people. We'll do it at some point. We'll get a chance to use some of the legends and so forth. And of course, Ronda now making her way down to the ring. So here we go. Now the reason I wanted this video is that I've been reading the news recently, and of course, I'm sure you're all aware by now, this match was pretty much hyped up, ready to go for Survivor Series, but due to a rather sloppy / intended, it's difficult to tell. I've seen the punch myself from Nia Jax. It does not look right. It doesn't look like a normal open palm wrestling punch. It looks like she actually went for it, to be honest with you, and did catch her quite well. Concussion, black eye, and a broken nose for Becky Lynch. So not able to perform at Survivor Series. However, there has been rumours knocking around that the match is still going to go ahead at some point. I mean, people were really looking forward to it, including quite a few members of WWE management. Now, it has been pitched about being done at the Royal Rumble, but there's also been a pitch for the match to happen at Wrestlemania. But not only happen at Wrestlemania, I'm reading reports today that even with Dave Meltzer himself has heard rumours that it has been pitched for this match to actually main event WrestleMania. Now, I must admit, I've been a big fan of the Women's Revolution, but I've always said on quite a few occasions that matches for the Women's Revolution should not be there solely because they're female matches. They have to warrant their position. And I feel like sometimes in the past, some of the matches they have done have not warranted their position, and it's actually hurt the movement more than actually made it better. I mean, the first Elimination Chamber match between Charlotte and Sasha was interesting, shall we say. There was a few decent moments, but there were a few dodgy moments. I don't really feel like it was the best performance that could have been put on. But I mean, if a women's match is going to main event WrestleMania, I would have to say that at this point in time, Ronda Rousey versus Becky Lynch would be that match. I mean, if we had to choose one sole female match to do it, I would be quite happy for that match to be the one. But the problem's going to be is keeping the hype going. There's a long time till WrestleMania. They need to keep the hype behind Becky Lynch. They need to keep the hype behind this match. And if that could be done, then it could work out a success. And I have no doubt there's going to be a lot of people that won't want to see this. But I ask you this. Would you rather see these two females fight in a fantastic 25-30 minute match in the main event of WrestleMania? Or would you rather see yet another year of Brock Lesnar getting a 3-minute win over some poor chump who's won a Royal Rumble and managed to get the whole way through? It's one of those sort of things. Now, my idea to actually play the storyline through would potentially be for maybe Becky to have to give up her Women's Championship at this point in time, which is rumoured as well that she might have to give up her championship and then go on and win the Women's Royal Rumble. And from there on, I think she would then challenge Ronda Rousey for the Raw Women's Championship at Mania rather than the SmackDown one. That can just sort of build the storyline. Well, it sort of go on the lines of this match was meant to be brand versus brand for Survivor Series. And without Survivor Series, the match is mute. So if they say that to Becky, Becky is desperate for the match, and Becky finds a way to get the match by winning the Women's Royal Rumble and going on to WrestleMania, I can see that actually being a very successful moment in time. Like I said, I'm a big fan of the Women's Revolution, but not when the matches are there just for the sake of being a women's match there. They have to mean something, and I feel like these two women could build a fantastic feud between the Royal Rumble, or even now, forward to WrestleMania. They've already done that. They've already built themselves fantastically well. That whole scenario on Raw where this happened in the locker room backstage and Becky had Rousey locked in. It was a really, really good moment, and the crowd was so hyped, and I've seen so many people annoyed, and I think Ronda Rousey is still going to have a pretty damn good match against Charlotte. I think it's going to be a great match, and Nia Jax is getting a lot of hate for this at the moment, and I feel like it's more because it's the one thing at WrestleMania, or one thing at Survivor Series, sorry, that people were looking forward to. I mean, Brock Lesnar versus Daniel Bryan, Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles I was interested in a little bit, not majorly. Brock Lesnar versus Daniel Bryan, I'm terrified for Daniel Bryan because he's just come back from a massive long-term injury and they're going to put him in the ring with Brock Lesnar. It's not going to be pretty for anyone, I don't think. It's probably going to end up being another stupidly short match again. It's heel versus heel, which again doesn't really interest me either. So it's a weird combination of things, and I'm a little bit disappointed in the whole scenario, to be honest with you. But yeah, I really feel like this match would be a fantastic main event to WrestleMania. That'd be our question of the day. What do you guys think? Do you think this could happen? Do you think that Vince would finally pull the switch and allow a women's match to main event WrestleMania? And if it did, do you think this would be the right match to do it with? And I certainly, at this point in time, think that this would be the right match to do it with. However, I would be worried about keeping the momentum going from now until WrestleMania, because these, on the main roster, for example, they're not very good at doing that, WWE. I mean, NXT, they can keep that hype going for ages. They seem to be able to just about balance it perfectly well with getting people across but not overexposing them at the same time. Whereas the main roster's a little bit worse wear on that. They have a habit of just pushing someone far too hard to the point that they just become hated because they're being pushed too much. And I really hope that this match is something that we do get to see at some point, whether it be at, I don't know, the December pay-per-view, whether it be at Royal Rumble, whether it be at WrestleMania, I'm not sure. But if a women's match is going to main event WrestleMania, I would really enjoy it if it was this match here. Anyway, that's the end of this video as Ronda Rousey picks at the victory according to WWE 2K19. Of course, again, like I said, let me know what you think in the comment section down below about the potential of a women's match main event in WrestleMania, and this match potentially main event in WrestleMania as well. I think it'd be a really interesting match. I'm on the side of I would like to see it. I mean, we've had so many years of terrible main events now that it's time for something fresh, and I feel like this match could be very, very interesting. So anyway, that's the end of the video. Like, subscribe with other good stuff, and we'll be back again very, very soon for another random match here on the channel. Of course, if you have any suggestions of random matches, drop them down in the comment section down below, and you get a shout out in the process. Bye.